Viewers, welcome back to channel. Someone has requested me to make a video on the botany and zoology important questions. So here I am back with a new video on the botany important question. In that, the evolution chapter. In that chapter, the very important question is Darwinism and neo-Darwinism, and also the Urey-Miller experiment. The most important is Darwinism and neo-Darwinism. So I will focus on those two only in this session. So let us start. Darwinism. He is an English naturalist who is born in England, called as the father of organic evolution. What is organic evolution? Changes occurring in non-living world or substances called inorganic evolution. And then the organic evolution. Changes occur in relation to plants and animals which are the living is called organic evolution. So in 1831 Darwin was 22 years old. He sailed in a ship of HMS Beagle. During his voyage in ocean he visited coasted remote areas out of South America and Pacific islands, Galapagos archipelago, observed the living organisms and collected a lot of data. Then returned in the year 1836. He gone in 1831 and returned in 1836 with a lot of data and explained the organic evolution in his book called Origin of Species by Natural Selection in 1859. This is based on some principles. The principles are like this: overproduction, struggle for existence, variations, survival of the fittest, natural selection, and speciation. So we will go through one by one. Firstly, overproduction. Found tendency to produce more offsprings than survive. Example, elephants are the lowest breeders and can rise population in 750 years 1 to 19 million individuals. And the oysters or ocean can produce more offspring, more than 20 million in a year. And then the Drosophila, single female have ability to produce more eggs in 40 to 50 days, 60 to 80 million eggs for a pair of female Drosophila. All they are theoretical but not experimental. So the next point is the struggle for existence. Among animals, competition for food, shelter and mating. This competition is called struggle for existence. It may be intra and interspecies or interspecific. Struggle with environment and also with organisms. And then the variations. Variations mean changes or modifications occur due to environmental factors, may be continuous or discontinuous. Changes heritable in nature are called as continuous. If the changes are non-heritable, all of a sudden a change takes place, it is not a natural, it is discontinuous variation. And then the survival of the fittest. The more fitted organism will survive, unfit will die. Some organisms die before reproduction and some organisms die after the reproduction. And then the natural selection. After all variations, nature selects the organism to live or survive. Then the speciation. After all changes from one generation to another, character were carried and result in origin of new species. Very small beak to the long beak. This is the live example. And then the neo-Darwinism. It is also called as the modern concept of organic evolution, genetical theory of natural selection or synthetic theory of natural selection. Charles Darwin, Fisher, Muller, T. Dobzhansky, Stepin, J. P. S. Haldane, Sewell Wright and others are worked on this neo-Darwinism. Based on two theories, this neo-Darwinism is. So which are those? Organic evolution of Darwin and the mutation theory of Hugo de Vries. The evolution occurs only when the gene frequency changes of sexually reproducing organism. Here, what is the gene pool? Sum total of the gene in an individual is known as the gene pool. And what is the gene frequency? Number of alleles of all the genes present is called gene frequency. The gene frequency changes due to mutation, gene flow, genetic drift, genetic recombination, chromosomal aberrations, natural selection, and isolation. Here the mutation, addition or deletion of the chromosome or the gene is called mutation. Gene flow, transfer of genes from one organism to another organism. And then come to the mutation, sudden heritable changes in an organism. Mutation affects one gene or the point mutation. Mutation affects whole chromosome. It is known as the chromosomal mutation. If the mutation can also affect entire set of chromosomes, and the mutation can convert dominant gene into the recessive gene and is called recessive gene. And the recessive to dominant mutation, these conditions lead to the formation of new species. And then here came with the gene flow. What is the gene flow? Transfer of genes from one organism to another. During this process, gene can be added or deleted. During mating process, changes in gene frequency leads to the formation of new species. And then the genetic drift. Sewell Wright affect sudden changes in gene frequency. It was explained by Sewell Wright in his method or in his experiment. The effects a sudden change in gene frequency. The effects which can produce the sudden change in the gene frequency. Here we can take the two examples, large population and the small population. Here what is the large population means? Mating takes place randomly. If the population is large, one can mate with another which he will wants to mate. And the small population means mating takes place purely by chance, because the animals are of varieties and only the one who can select the another one of his own kind can only mate. Hence, loss or addition of genes takes place. And then the genetic recombination, exchange of genetic materials between two different species organisms, may be by random fusion or egg and sperm during crossing over. And then the chromosomal aberrations, changes in the structure and function of chromosomes, deletion, duplication, translocation. Deletion in gene frequency, and the duplication, doubling of one gene or the two gene. Translocation, during crossing over, gene may be translocated from one place to another place. And then the natural selection, as we know before, nature selects the organism. And then the isolation, process of separation of single population, group of people or organisms having basic similarities. Single unit separates into so many units. It also plays a very important role in forming new species. So thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. So these two are very important on the point of examination. So thank you. Please do share, subscribe and like to my channel.